Hello there. Not sure normal starts the podcast. It's me, ya boy. Um, just want to let you guys know that while we recorded this, around the 30-minute mark, for whatever reason, my phone stopped recording the video. So the rest of I'd say around the 27, 28 mark, I would probably switch over to just audio. Just want to give you guys a heads up. Please leave a like, subscribe. And thank you for listening, as always. Now, on to the show. Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of a Thinking Boy podcast. I'm your host, Cesar Perez, with
Mufasa Enzor.
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling.
Appreciate you coming by.
Thank you for having me, man.
Hell yeah, dude. It's a fucking trip. I didn't realize you were that far from me, bro, but I appreciate you coming by.
Man, thank you. Like I said, man, thank you for having me. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and raise the gain a little bit.
Sure. Good now?
That's good.
That's
perfect, yeah. Yeah, man, when you told me the distance, I was like, yeah, I'm very familiar with the area that you live in, and that shit it could be a trip. Definitely could be a trip. I was gonna say, well, we know each other through Nikki, a mutual friend of ours.
Yeah. Really
who's actually on the first episode of a Thinking Boy podcast. So it all comes back full circle. You guys are part of a band called Diptera, taking photos of and shit. And yeah, I heard you got some solo shit coming out, man, pretty soon.
Yeah, I got a project coming out. It's coming out Friday.
That's what I'm saying.
It's coming out in a minute.
I'm gonna make sure this comes out on Friday. I'm so tempted to release it early, but I love the idea of having it Friday and then your shit comes Friday. Mm-hmm. That way they could just go straight from after the podcast to your project right after.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
I was gonna ask you, how did you tell the people a little bit how you grew up? Were you originally from the area, or did you come out of state? How did you how was it growing up for you?
I was Team Houston all my life.
Yeah,
South
fuck
side.
yeah, dude. Oh shit.
Yeah, Sunnyside, Texas.
Oh man.
Yeah, I grew up in Sunnyside, and then I think I moved. And there's kind of a funny story about it.
Good.
So on Cullen, there's the old screw shop where DJ Screw and all them were, in Sunnyside. And when I moved, I think they were starting to shut down and move, and then 2 years later they moved to where I'm at now.
Ah.
I've been in the neighborhood I'm at for years. For a minute.
Really? I'm the same way. And this is the north side of town. Been here the majority of my life. Moving to different places here and there as a kid, but for the most part, it's been in the north side. Yeah.
Man, native Houstonian, man.
Fuck yeah, bro. keeping it local. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's crazy. So that shit just followed you then, huh? What do you think about it? It just really followed you that shop.
I was legit just when I think I was we were riding and I was like, wait, that's the same shop that was. And I was like,
that's a trip,
that's
bro.
Crazy. And I was like,
that's
wow.
a fucking trip. How did you get involved in the whole music thing? Was it more was it something that you were listening to? Was it more songs that brought you into it, or was it more people around you kind of playing, or how was it for you?
It was kind of people playing a little bit. I went to this place. It was a community center called Shape.
Okay.
And when I was there, we did dancing and we did African rhythms. Ooh. So yeah, it was we played djembe and we played the talking drums and stuff.
Damn.
Yeah. And so I just got really inspired and I kind of wanted to take it further.
What's the age we're talking here?
3 actually. 3
3?
or 4. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Started off on percussion, just hand percussion and sound textures.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
I've been doing this.
I was gonna say, you've been doing it for a bit. I'm not sure how old you are. I'm 25. I don't know how old you are.
27.
That's cool. I mean, I thought you were gonna say I thought you were gonna say 30 or something, but nah, that's cool. That's I'm always so interested in that shit. How music could just bring you on a journey like that, especially some of the people I've had on here. It's always childhood straight from the womb almost, you know what I'm saying? 2-3 years old shit. I'm damn.
Yeah, my mom was dancing and I was pretty much just playing for her too. She used to be a dancer too, so
what was the music you heard around the house?
A lot of funk, my dad played a lot of Midnight Star, no parking on the dance floor. I remember that song like verbatim.
Damn.
he used to play that song, and then Prince.
Prince is an artist that I need to get into, man. I just never took the time out to like listen to his stuff. I remember like when he passed, I was still in high school, and our gym coach was like heartbroken, bro. Yeah. Like distraught. Like I'd never seen him like that. He was usually like a hard ass, and he was totally like fucking bummed out about the situation. We were setting some stuff up for like graduation and shit, and he was just on his phone, and I'm like, yo, what happened, like, coach? And he's just like, Prince, man. I was like, oh shit, I had never seen him like that down before, bro. It really threw me off.
Yeah, things like when Prince passed.
Oh man,
it was random.
But it was, yeah.
It's just random.
It was just so random. I was like, bro, I definitely need to go back and listen to his music. I listened to like his first album, and he has a song. I'm pretty sure it's the first song on his first album, and I was like, damn, this shit's badass. And I just never went back to like re-listen to his discography at all. He has a lot of albums. Shit.
He is. I think it's because I think he put out a demo album. Actually, it's one with an afro. It's Prince for You. I think that's what it's called. He has an afro on it, and I think it was a demo before Warner picked it up, and then Warner picked it up and they reissued it.
Oh,
but they didn't do anything to it because they said it was so good. They were just like, just put it out.
Just do it like that.
Yeah.
Nah, he's definitely a talent, bro. Yeah. Multi-instrumentalist. His guitar, I remember seeing videos of him playing guitar. I was like, oof.
He does everything.
Oof. Crazy.
I saw a video of him not too long ago. He was in the studio showing how he played bass on one of the tracks that he produced, and he was like slapping the hell out of it, and it was like, I was like, that's crazy.
That kind of talent is just insane, bro.
Just to like sit there with sunglasses on, just bored, and just
very like also like a huge influence in terms of like fashion, you know what I mean, like definitely. Swagger, also like fucking musicians' rights, bro. He was really into like owning his own, like, I'm owning my shit, like very against like major labels trying to control his music and stuff like that. That's honestly, that's how I remembered him growing up. The whole like he's a symbol now and isn't Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince. That's really how I knew him, like through like pop culture and shit like that, since I never really listened to his music.
Yeah, but like I said, he's really talented, really good. I grew up on him, and then my mom listened to like a lot of stuff. She listened to like Paul Simon, Elton John. She would also listen to my mom and my dad would listen to The Police, and that's probably
what the fuck?
That's one of my favorite, probably of all. Like,
oh man, The Police.
Yeah. Oh
shit, dude! I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all.
That's actually where I get like a lot of my bass and singing like ideas from. Like I'll think about it. I used to think about it a long time ago. It was like, what would Sting look like if he played bass on, you know what I'm saying? What would Sting look like if he plays bass? What would Sting look like if, like, you know what I'm saying? If I was like trying to do that stuff, what would I look like trying to impersonate Sting? So I used to freaking be in the mirror, like playing air guitar, acting like I was Sting.
Oh shit! I was gonna ask you about that. Sting, Prince. Who else would be part of that kind of gambit of your influences when it comes to presentation, music, stuff like that? Who would be like other artists that you like really appreciated?
So these are three complete opposites.
Oh shit.
The first one is Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray.
Ironically, yes.
Wow.
I grew up. I remember that was the first song that I heard someday that just like made me like wow, like this is like crazy. Like it's simple, but it's just like it works. And then I listened to. I think it took me a little minute to listen to the whole album, and then once I did, I was like, wow, this is actually really good. Like I was like, dang, I don't know why this people kind of overlook it a little bit. I was like, this is a really great album. Yeah. And then the second one is Kanye West.
Oh man, I'm a huge Kanye fan.
I love Kanye.
Big Kanye fan. My cousin Miguel got me into him when we were younger, college dropout days, and I just been following him. He's one of the artists like from as a child that I still keep up with. Yeah. The antics are fucking the antics, but like his music is just like, man, honestly, like it's just when you think about it, like even the memes are like I mean, that's culture. That's pop culture. Like now, it's social media. It's memes. It's him freaking the fuck out. Like that's just it. It's the tweets, the manic tweets. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, oh man, he's such a fucking. I mean, an artist, honestly, because he's really like. I just love all the shit he does, man. When it comes to like fashion, his presentation really fucking like, and his rollout for albums, dude. I love that shit so much, man. I don't know about the $80 fucking plain white T-shirts and shit like that, but like when it just comes to like his artistry, I'm just a huge fan of him, bro. He has an eye and a mind that I'm like, man, definitely a special guy.
No, he goes super hard. I remember hearing, I think, I Wonder from Graduation. And I
used to run to that song, bro. Every morning I used to run to that song.
They should have done a video for it. He should have, bro. I really think he should. Still, even to this day, if he can go back and do it. Like I wouldn't mind if he went back on his next album and sampled some of his old shit. I'd still
dude.
And I would be like, bro, if you sample I Wonder, like
oh man, I Wonder is such a fucking oh man, it's such a good fucking song. Every time he mentions like that his name will light up the Chicago skyline and shit like that, I'm like, dude, I'm like peak running, like hauling ass, bro. Like this is the shit. Like, god damn, Kanye.
Yeah, man. He I remember I was in 7th grade and he made me wanna I was like, man, I'm gonna drop out and become a rapper.
College dropout, huh?
Yeah, legit. I was like, I went back through all his albums when I was in 7th grade and I was like, bro, I'm gonna become a musician.
Man,
and I was like, it was solidified after that.
Hey, man, I'm happy he did that to you. Who would the other artists be?
So, I've come to terms in recent years that T-Pain has to be one of the greatest artists of all time.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry, he has to be one of them. And the reason I say that is because if you listen to the radio and you listen to the beats, you can't tell me that almost nearly half the songs, if not majority of the songs on the radio, sound like "Buy You a Drink."
Damn.
Or The Bartender. They have the same tempo.
That's the one I was gonna say. That's the one that I know him for. Bartender.
Mm-hmm. Like, and then not only like he put the auto-tune on the map, and
man, yeah, and he was young as fuck too. I never realized how young he is. He's still young. Like he's a young cat. I'm like, damn.
He produced all that stuff too. That's what's crazy. He produced.
That's what I'm saying, bro. to bring it back to Kanye, I remember seeing an interview where he was talking about when he did the song with Kanye, and he's like, man, like we recorded the studio version, and then we went to shoot the music video, and like that shit sounded way different. I'm like, fuck, dude. Imagine like a young kid in having that interaction with Kanye and shit like that. It's just crazy. Now, definitely, I love me some T-Pain, bro. I love me some. I'm glad that he's been able to like kind of resurface now. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like he games and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a big fan of artists, and I'm a huge fan of like fighters and MMA and boxing and shit like that. Oh. I love people who are able to find something outside of that, you know. 'Cause I feel like a lot of people are just lost, especially when it comes to fighting. I feel like fighters kind of sometimes can stick around a little too longer, you know what I'm saying, and take damage that they really don't need to be taking.
Yeah.
So anytime they have a career path outside of it and are able to like kind of find their groove in a new thing and make a living off that and still support their family and shit like that, I was a big fan of that.
Salute, man. Actually, speaking of that, have you seen the new mic that they have, the new mic thing on?
I haven't seen the new Mike Tyson show. I saw the little I know that he's not happy about it.
No, yeah, he said he was mad, and when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, I can kind of see why they.
Is it? You know what threw me off was the clip that I saw. It was like a flashback, but like it's present day Mike like talking, and he's like, it's like the actor that plays Mike Tyson just as older Mike Tyson. And that shit look wild. I'm not gonna lie to you, he looked fucked up, but I haven't seen the show at all, man. A huge Mike Tyson fan though, definitely.
No, for sure. Mike was the man. I think Mike, in my opinion, would have been like, had everything not gone down the way it went, I think he would have been one of the he would have been the actual
GOAT,
the actual heavyweight champion of the world. He would have been that person, I think, in my opinion, because I love Muhammad. I think Muhammad is one of the greatest of all time. Mm-hmm. But the fact that Mike was knocking people out in like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, like under 2 minutes, he was just knocking people out.
Grown as men too. I mean, he was only 20, 19, 20, doing all this shit.
In his prime, he didn't. That's the thing. He in his career span of like boxing, he was 1 round knockout, 2 round knockout.
Nah, he was fucking killing guys, bro. That shit. Looking back at his old highlights, he was a motherfucker for sure, bro. He was cold as fuck. Isn't it interesting that like Muhammad Ali had to give up boxing for the whole Vietnam shit and like getting drafted, and Tyson also had to like take a break from boxing. It makes you wonder like what would have happened in those years, like if they just kept competing and kept like winning and shit. It's just, I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's fucking weird that both of those who are considered like the two like heavyweight like top tier dudes had to take a break from the shit. Never thought about it till now, but damn, it's kind of fucking, it's fucked up really when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes you have to, because it's like, it's a lot of things. Like, I think it's like you're not only a boxer, but you're a famous boxer, you're a celebrity. So it's like they said Michael Jordan had a problem where he couldn't even like leave his house.
I mean, Michael Jackson as well, bro.
Yeah, so I can see Mike Tyson being in that situation, and Muhammad Ali being in those situations to where like he walks outside in the street, anybody can come up to him at any time, and so it's like,
yeah, especially back then, it was all local and shit. You know, he's like people were just running up on him and shit like that.
Yeah, there was really no camera, so you don't know what really happened as well, too. So.
That's just crazy, bro. Now, Mike Tyson, bro, he's a motherfucker. Now, the age-old question is always who would have won, Muhammad Ali or Iron Mike? Who would you go with, bro? Because I have a theory about it that I usually say, but I want to hear you first.
I would say because it's a fun fact because I actually box too.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
My dad boxed too, so we always talked about this. I think Muhammad Ali would have won with the mind games, because, in my opinion, Mike in his prime was very strong, but the only problem was if he was ticked off to a point of too much, or he was like, you know what I'm saying, if somebody got into his head too much,
you think he'd overextend and shit like that?
Overextend, or something would happen. Now, the only thing I will say is, because Muhammad was known for shit. He was known for shit talking.
Yeah, bro, he'd be in front of Frazier's house doing push-ups and yelling and shit. Like he would follow people around, and torment them and shit before fights.
So I'm sure something could have happened as to where he could have probably pissed Mike off, and Mike would probably slipped up.
Yeah, I could see that.
But I will say, to Mike's defense, if Mike would have caught him with the right punch, that probably would have been. That's the only other thing too. Muhammad would have had to be on his like A game as far as with the thing. So I don't know. It could have been either way, man.
Yeah, I always say, me personally, I always say a 20-year-old Tyson would have beat a 20-year-old Ali, but a 30-year-old Ali would have beat a 30-year-old Mike Tyson. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how I always kind of viewed it, just because like he was such a fucking, like if we mentioned, he was such a fucking firecracker, Mike Tyson. And his head movement too. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. Just because he was like killing people, his head movement and his like how low he would get. I'm like, God damn! Imagine that. Like, imagine seeing that across the ring, homeboy, just like squatting and like coming at you. I'm like, God damn. Mm-hmm. Very accurate. But yeah, I think the older, if they fought like in their 30s, I think Ali would have got it. But I think early on, I could see Tyson like getting the victory. Yeah. Just from maybe knockdowns, or Ali was tough to put away, so I don't know. It could have been like a decision fight, but I think the knockdowns probably would have helped him on the cards and shit like that.
Yeah, I think it would have probably been at least one knockdown if they were both fighting like in their prime. I think there probably would have been a little bit of a knockout, but at the same point, like I said, Muhammad, when he started playing mind games, if he would have went to that second, third round, he started playing mind games, then it would have been like Mike. I don't think Mike would have been able to like.
I mean,
Mike would have been able to keep up as far as like keeping his head like stable enough. He
probably would have fucking headbutted him. You know what I'm saying? Just frustrated. He would have got frustrated with him. Yeah,
frustrated with it.
Yeah. So you mentioned you box. How long have you been? Or how long were you boxing? I used to box in high school. Every summer I was in wrestling, and every summer I'd go to the boxing gym and box and shit during that. I haven't been to the boxing gym in a minute though, to be honest with you, but
same, man.
Yeah, I still keep up with it. I still watch it and shit like that. It's just finding time is just difficult. I still be shadow boxing too, bro. Like when I'm just in my room and I got nothing going on, I'll put some music on, shadow box, and just sweat a little bit.
Same, man. I've been boxing for a minute too, cause my dad he taught martial arts.
Okay.
Too. So it was I was kind of like born into it in a sense.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, cause my dad did all kinds. My dad does all kinds like stuff. He does kickboxing, Muay Thai, and all that stuff. So like,
that could be brutal, bro.
Yeah, he knows all that.
Now when we're talking about, I remember you mentioning it. I don't know if you mentioned it, but I remember overhearing something about like your dad. That your dad was a martial artist. I don't know where the fuck we were though, but I remember something to do with that. Probably. I don't know if, I think you had your suit. I think you had like his gi on, didn't you, or some shit?
I think yes. I had something on.
You had something to do with your dad, and I was like, you're like, this is his. I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy. And I completely forgot about that till now. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, he appreciate it, man. He's been doing it. He still does it. He still teaches class and boxes, even to this day.
Hell yeah, dude. Lifelong martial artist right there.
Yeah, lifelong. Has thousands of books.
Do you keep up with UFC at all? MMA or?
I keep up with boxing a little bit more than UFC. I've been meaning to get back into MMA.
Okay.
Keep up with it a little bit more. The last fight I saw was the Tyson Fury one.
Oh, when he knocked out Dillian White.
Yeah, I was kind of frustrated with Dillian. I was like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, I was also very frustrated with Dillian, to be honest with you.
It's Tyson. I mean, Tyson got him, so I can't say
he got him. He got him for sure.
I was like,
they were talking about him versus Anthony Joshua in December 3rd. They're saying that he wants to do that fight.
I can see that. Yeah,
I can see it. Mm-hmm. Big British fight. Honestly, man, as an American boxing fan, bro, it fucking frustrates me just because, like, I keep up with, like, international boxing and, like, they make the fights happen like that, bro. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, we're just still, like, still waiting on Terrence Crawford to fight fucking Earl Spence. We're still waiting on certain fighters to fight each other. I'm just like, God damn.
Man, I want to see my fight, man. I want to see Mayweather, because he keeps saying, "No, I want to see Mayweather versus a Triple G. I just want him to stop.
Oh shit!
I want him to stop. Come on, man. Just that's the last person you gotta fight. You ain't gotta fight nobody else after that. That's legit. That would legit be Rocky 4.
Oh,
like Rocky 4 type vibes in my opinion, or like maybe like which one was it? Which one was it where he
the Russian
fought,
or which one?
Yeah, they fought the Russian.
That's 4.
That's 4.
That's 4. Yeah, that's 4.
That would be like that.
He fucking killed. I ever watched it as a kid.
I mean, you're not gonna kill him. I hope he doesn't.
Oh no, God forbid. but I remember, bro. My stepdad would always have the fucking. Well, I don't even know if he had him on. They would always be on like the Spanish TV and shit. Rocky, yeah, they'll talk like that and shit, bro. And seeing like, fucking, I saw Apollo Creed die so many times, bro.
Let's break you.
I must break. I'm just like, bruh. And then what kills me is when they show him training, bro. And he's on some like he's getting injected with shit. He has like a robot like treadmill and shit. I'm like, meanwhile Rocky's like cutting down trees and shit. I'm like, bruh.
Doing everything natural, running up the steps,
bruh. How would you? When we mentioned Floyd, how do you feel about Floyd? I know people are very like.
Iffy about him.
They're always iffy. They say cherry picking. They say this and that. They always try to like either discourage him or they ride really hard for him. So I feel like it's like either one of the or. No one has ever really like given him like a fair shake. I feel.
I say 2 things on that. Probably like one thing. I see why people can hate him, but here's the thing. Like Muhammad said, talked just as much shit, if not more. Like he went to people's houses and did.
Like he took it next level. Yeah.
So that's something even further. And then not to mention, Mike had a crazy lifestyle as far as like what we've seen, stuff like that. So it's like for Floyd and me seeing him, I just see him kind of going down that same path of just like, hey, I got money. I'm Money Mayweather. Like, there's nothing. Ain't shit you can tell him because he's like, I done made millions of dollars off this. Is like, you technically can't tell him nothing. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can give him advice, but if he wants to take it, then he's gonna take it. But I mean, I'd say more power to him. If he's making money, if he's doing what he wants to do, then that's.
I will say, yeah, and I agree with you with that. I am concerned about these like exhibition fights he's doing, bro. It just throws me
Logan,
off.
Paul, and
well,
Jake,
that one, and then before that, he fought like a Japanese kickboxer, and like it was just weird. He fought this Japanese dude, and he beat him. He beat him in like one round. He hit him with the body shot and finished him.
I think he's. You think he's doing that for money? I think he's doing that because they're probably paying him. Because I think Logan Paul paid him because.
What do you think it is, man? Because like, I think is it just like a cash grab kind of thing? I hope it's not like taxes and shit like that. Because I always hear him with the tax man. Fucking gets everybody. It's getting me right now. But so I can only imagine what the fuck it's doing to him. But yeah, it's not really concerned. It's just like strange. Like the Japanese shit was real strange, bro. Like they had a press conference.
I don't even think I watched. I didn't even want to.
We couldn't. That's the thing. Like no one in America could watch it, bro. There's no way for us to like purchase it. But he did the press conference, and then like the day before, 2 days before the fight, he's like, "Yeah, I'm not fighting. Like this isn't happening." It was like they didn't do something that I wanted or some shit like that. He's like, "I'm not gonna fight." And then like the next day, he's fighting Homeboy, and I'm just like, weird. No one could watch this, but you're fighting him. Like I hope, like I said, I hope you're getting paid. And then he fought somebody in like Abu Dhabi recently. I don't know who the fuck that was. Is this shit like that? I'm just kind of like, damn. Like I hope he deserves all the money he made. Yeah, like you feel me? Like I hope. Like I hate seeing ex-fighters like still doing this shit, or like I don't know. I just hate seeing old fighters like doing cash grabs like that, bro. Like
yeah. Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just would rather have him because he seems like a smart guy, bro. You feel me? Like in terms of business, he seems pretty smart. So I'm just like, damn. Hopefully you good, Floyd, because.
Yeah, man, fight Triple G, man. Stop beating around the bush, man.
Oh shit,
because that's pretty much the last person that he would technically have to fight up in his, I think, in his weight category. And then that's
yeah. I mean, he's heavier now. How to think about it, he's like 154. He probably fought at like 154 or maybe even 160. Shit.
Yeah, because that's like the last person that you technically got to go against. Because I mean, he didn't win against almost everybody else in one.
Yeah. He was so smart, bro. When it comes to like decision making, he was such a smart fucking guy. Even as a kid, I knew he was a smart guy. I remember my family would get so fucking like always choose against him. I'm just like,
nah, he's gonna.
Man, I'm like, nah. I've only picked against him, I think twice. When he fought Pacquiao, just because I'm a huge Pacquiao fan. I was just a big ass Pacquiao fan. I was like, bro, come on, Pac-Man. And I'm trying to think the other one, bro. Fuck. Maybe Cotto? I don't know. It was somebody like that. When he fought Conor, I was like, I'm rooting for Conor, but like, come on, like, you feel me? Like, I'm a big Conor McGregor fan, but I'm also just I'm a fucking realist. Like, Homeboy has like no boxing fights, and Floyd's like literally like a generational like great.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, both of them. You know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of like, man, like, what the fuck? But yeah, Floyd he's also like one that's gonna go down as like one of the great. I think when like. Well, he's retired already, but I feel like as time goes, they're going to look back on his career and be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? He was the fucking man. Like,
man, I remember him and Oscar had a beef.
Oh, that's the one that like,
dude,
I miss 24/7 on HBO so much, bro. That was the shit, bro.
They used to talk shit about each other all the time.
I don't think people realize how good that shit was, bro. And it worked too. Like the pay-per-view buys were like out the ad. They made like 1 million pay-per-views, 1.5 million.
I bought some of them,
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, for sure. Like growing up, it was always like a tradition. Like in May, September, Floyd's fighting, and we'd all buy the fight. They'd all hope he'd lose, he'd win, and it'd be like a fucking like a party. Like it literally every time. So I always have a special place in my heart for Floyd. My cousin Miguel, shout out to Miguel, huge Floyd fan. Money team, shirt, hat, everything. He's a big Floyd fan, so we'd always go against each other. Just come a Pacquiao guy, and he's a Floyd guy. But nah, Floyd's definitely like has a special place in my heart for sure. I just hope he's doing good because that exhibition shit is weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I hope. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's something that he's doing that's pretty good. So
yeah.
I'm actually I like both of them. I like Manny and Floyd. I think
Manny was such a throwback fighter, though, bro.
Yeah, he did everything, man.
He fought. I mean, they both fought really everybody and anybody. I was looking at his record the other day, and he's like 77. He had 77 fights, bro. Like insane. Like in terms of like fighters nowadays like 30 to 40, you know, around that range.
Max 50 maybe.
Max 50, but like he had 70 fights. I'm like, holy shit. Also, like him going up in weight from like 105 to like, I think he ended up at like 147, 150.
Mm-hmm.
Like 8 weight division. He was an 8 division champion. Like, what the fuck? Like, no one's doing that shit, bro.
Yeah, no, man, he was killing it. I liked his form of boxing because to me he seemed a little bit more like a slugger a little bit in certain parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And because I would see it like he would move a little bit more, and then when it started to get to the certain rounds, he would kind of like try to get you on the ropes a little bit.
Yes.
And then once he got you on the ropes, he would really start like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
He was so fucking fast, bro.
Yeah, he was fast.
He was so fucking. I remember seeing footage of him just shadow boxing. I was like, God damn, like that motherfucker had speed on him, bro, and accuracy too. I think that's the other thing that people don't realize. His accuracy and timing was like really like on point.
Really good, yeah.
I was a huge Pacquiao fan. Fuck it. Last time Nikki told me he was like running for president or some shit like that in the Philippines.
I think he was running for president, and he was like he was doing singing. He was singing.
Yeah, that's the other thing, bro.
He was singing and running for president.
I remember that, like, when he was, fuck, I think he has an album, bro, of him just singing, like, covers or karaoke or some shit like that.
Bro, you know speaking of person who has an album, you know the craziest person who has an album?
Go ahead.
Jackie Chan.
What?
Jackie Chan is still doing music today.
Damn.
He has albums from 1982.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yes, and he just put out a song like 2016. He's actually singing on it. It's really good.
I don't know. How old is Jackie Chan? He has to be like 60, no? 50?
Maybe 60. 60. I think 60. Yeah.
It looks good. Last time I see him, he always like, I feel like he's kind of like plateaued in terms of like aging. Yeah. I feel like he's always has like the same kind of look where I'm like, Jackie Chan. That's Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Jackie Chan has been through the ringer.
Him doing his own stunts always like amazed me. The fact that every stunt he did on his movies were like, and he would get fucked up too, like in Police Story or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember there was, I think it was First Action Hero or something.
That's like the one, yeah, Action Hero.
He jumped from something and he fell all the way through the blinds. And
it was all glass, right, or some shit like.
Yeah, and he hit all that shit. He hit the ground. I was
fucking insane.
Damn,
that's insane. Bro.
How did you make it?
That's insane. I remember they would show like that shit after his movies, and it would be all that behind the scenes footage
of him just getting
fucked up, and he'd be like on a stretcher. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like as a kid, you don't know like what the fuck it is, and growing up, I'm like, wow, those are all just like behind the scene footage of him like going to the hospital and getting treated and shit like that.
Ass whooped.
Wild, bro. That is a wild thing. I did not know he makes music.
Yeah, I didn't like. I realized it like I think 3 or 4 years ago. I saw a song. I was like, Jackie Chan song featuring Jack. Then I listened to it. I was like, this is actually fire. He got a whole music video. He's doing Tai Chi in it, everything. He's singing. I was like, dang, he actually went all out. I was like, hey, go ahead, Jackie. That's fire.
I love Jackie, man. You know, it fucking makes me want to watch Rush Hour. For a while on Twitter, I've been seeing like a lot of Rush Hour clips like out of nowhere, and I'm like, fuck.
I saw one that was bad about the Queen. That was funny.
Oh yeah. That is true, huh? That's crazy, bro. I wonder from what I see, like they're very split over there. It's like either they're like really like respect the Queen, and very kind of like somber, and there's other people that are just partying and like I'm saying fuck that shit, like fuck that bitch. So it's in Ireland they fucking hate the Queen, bro. They were cheering at soccer games like. Lizzie's in the box. Lizzie's like clapping and shit. I was like, whoa, y'all raw as fuck over there. I did not know like the history between you guys.
Yeah, it's I think it's because of two things. It's like if you think about the English and how much stuff they conquered and how much stuff they've just taken over.
Yeah, I mean they're really the source of like most of this shit, aren't they? Like
yeah, so it's kind of like I can see. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be that way for as long as that what is it called? The king's hierarchy or monarchy?
I guess the hierarchy of the way this shit is the system over there. Although I heard they don't really have that much power in terms of like actual like laws and shit like that. There's more like faces and politicians and shit like that.
It's parliament. Yeah.
But the fact that it's still like the bloodline is still dating back over there, it's fucking crazy. I mean, that's some like Game of Thrones shit, bro.
Bro, I didn't like these folks have been going for years. That's crazy.
The fact that you could trace it back. I mean, you want to talk about ancestry and shit like that. You could just literally like look and see everyone who like rained down.
That's insane.
That's just wild, bro. I'll never be able to do that. Mine's like stops after like a couple generations.
Same, man.
maybe like 2 generations, and I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like parents came from Mexico. I could probably trace back their parents, and after that, it's just I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what else was going on back then.
Yeah, I can pretty much trace back possibly to 1900s. That's pretty much it with us. 1900s,
that's what I'm
maybe
saying,
18
man.
Something, but that's really crazy that you can go trace back your people from the 1400s.
It would always, it would always like not piss me off, but I would always be like, damn, kind of bummed out whenever I'd see those kind of commercials. There's like, look at your family tree, like from generations back. I'm just kind of like, nah, like
how do you do that?
Yeah, like I can't, bro. Like it's not gonna be a purchase. I'm gonna like,
Mm-hmm.
It's just not gonna be a good purchase idea because I could probably phone my mom and be like, what the fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like she'll probably give me the brief little rundown. I could just write it down, but nah. Yeah. I do want to do those like DNA kind of things, bro, where you spit in like a tube and you send it off, and they're like, oh, you're part African, you're part, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I am interested in doing that, but I don't know. I heard that shit's pricey though.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I do want to do that. They say they can like trace you back to your tribe or something, or
That's
they
what
can
I'm saying.
they can relate you to like a tribe or a group of people from some. And I really kind of want to see that because there's actually 2 things I learned that like I think that we're not only like some of us are not only from Africa, but we're also native because there were black people that were actually some native people there too.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what's crazy about it.
I didn't realize, although I should realize this, but I didn't realize like in Canada, bro, they also have like a kind of fucked up history when it comes to like white people just conquering like natives and shit like that. I had no idea, bro. Although like looking back on if I can make sense that like that's just how things are, but I was hearing some crazy shit how they have like they found dead bodies in like under a school or some shit like that, or under a church. They found like old corpses of like the natives that used to stay like in Canada and shit like that.
Oh, that's crazy.
I was like, man, this is fucked up. Canada, what the fuck? Usually I ride for you, but goddamn, I'm always talking about I wouldn't take trips, but
hey man, I mean, it's everywhere, man. I mean, I think it's just history. I'm glad that it's like starting to become like known to everyone.
Yeah,
because there was a time, when everything was controlled and you couldn't know nothing, like
textbooks and shit.
Like you would have to go through the library, go to the back of the library, hidden books sealed.
Yeah, I remember the first artist that like kind of not put me on, but kind of like opened my eyes to like other shit going on was Immortal Technique. I don't know if you listen to Immortal Technique.
Oh, yes.
Bruh, hearing his song, what the fuck is it called? I think it's on his second album. The one he starts going in on like Bush and the whole 9/11 shit.
Immortal Technique go hard.
Man, he goes hard as fuck. I remember I got in trouble one time, bro, because I had an Immortal Technique shirt and it had the AK on the front and the flag in the back, and I had wore it before, but I had wore it in middle school and then I wore it in high school, my 9th grade year, and like as soon as I walked into class, they were like, "Yeah, you gotta take that shirt off," and I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, you gotta take it off." I'm like, "I can't just put it inside out." They're like, "Nah, we have to confiscate that shirt." I'm like, "Fuck." Dude, I never got that shirt back, bro.
What? I would have come to them immediately. Hey, bro, give me my shirt.
I asked about it. I asked the office lady. I'm like, yo, what happened to this shirt? And she's like, we don't have anything back here. We cleared the lost and found shit. I'm like, for lost and found? I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was so fucking heated, bro, because I spent like money my dad had gave me. I put it on a card, some child support card, and I used that to order from the site. And it got there, and I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Like... And then I tried to buy one the other day, bro. Totally sold out. Not even available anymore on his website.
Dang.
I'm like,
yeah.
You motherfuckers. But no, he was the first one to like, because he was very political in his raps. So he was the first one to kind of put me on. I'm just like, oh, this shit I learned isn't really, you know what I'm saying? It isn't really the full story or the full scope of everything. And I did think that in textbooks, like growing up, I'm just kind of like, this seems very like biased. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I think for 2 reasons though. I think there's one reason for me is like knowledge is power, And if you keep somebody ignorant, or you keep somebody like unknown to certain things, and they'll just think it's like bliss.
They'll just believe it.
Yeah, they'll believe everything.
They'll just believe it, man.
But I'm pretty sure if you were to teach all the kids what really happened, you know how many fights and arguments.
Oh my god!
Like they wouldn't be able to teach anymore because everybody would just get beat up.
It's bullshit. Like they would just like
Folks would just say something wrong, and folks would just say something wrong in school, and they'd probably get beat up immediately. So
definitely, it would be chaos for sure if like everyone knew the full story and shit like that.
Which sucks because I do want everyone to know the full story.
Definitely, for sure. I heard they were trying to take out damn, man, it was some like black issue. I forgot what it was. They were trying to take that out of school. I forgot what the fuck it was. It was like some knowledge of that shit, of like the civil rights and stuff like that kind of era of time. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to like remove it from classrooms. I think in Texas, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. And people started fighting back, like protesting, like that they didn't want that taught to their students. And the other group was like, we want that still taught. You need to teach this because knowledge, like you said, knowledge is power and shit like that. People need to know. It was the whole thing. But no, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. History is crazy.
It is, bro. It's important to know your history, though.
No, definitely.
Shout out to Paul Mooney. I remember seeing Paul Mooney mention that in a stand-up. Know your history, and it's very true. It's important to know all this shit. Well, damn, bro, we're going for 40 minutes, huh?
Dang, man,
pretty crazy.
Dang, it's been that long.
43 minutes, yeah. Probably like 40, 42, because we're kind of fucking around earlier, but probably like 42.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I wanted to ask you how you came in contact with my boy Nicky, because I've known Nicky since high school. But how did you meet him, and how did you guys end up forming Dip Terror and stuff like that?
It was through a friend, Big Brandon Willis.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a talented musician, super dope.
Shout out.
Yeah, and he had a show. I think we and him had a show, and I was asking him like who was gonna play for him because I needed somebody to play for me, and then Nicky came. And Nicky had learned the song. It was Nicky, Deshaun, and him that played, and I think Amaru played on it too. And yeah, it was just like from then on there, we kind of just like clicked off. I came over to his crib and we made some stuff. I think we ended up making like a shit ton of songs.
What year would this be?
This was a year or two ago, maybe like
2020.
At the end of it, or I think it was 2021. I don't remember when the show was. Yeah,
so it's pretty recent, fairly recent then.
It was really recent, super
shit.
recent. Yeah, but I had known about him like, around town and shit. Mm-hmm. But we had never really like linked up until then.
Okay.
Yeah, and he did his thing. He killed the show, did everything, and then he just kind of clicked off from there and kept playing, kept doing things, and then I ran into my boy Ian.
Yeah. Oh, so you knew Ian before you ended up knowing Nicky?
No, I actually knew Ian. I heard of Ian before I knew Nicky because he had some mutual friends of mine. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really meet him until we had a studio session.
Nice.
That's when I really met him. And then,
the little jam session going on?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I came back to the crib and Max was there every now and then shit.
Hey, shout out to Max.
Yeah. And then we just kind of clicked too. And then all of us just kind of started hanging around. And then I think I brought my PS2 over there. And that's how we started getting into Tekken battles.
The PS2 was, I don't know if it's the same PlayStation 2, but you had to play. There's a PlayStation at at Outlaw.
Oh yeah,
Outlaw?
that was mine. Yeah, that was the
oh
bad
my
one.
God, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I remember Nicky, as soon as I walked in, he's like, we got a PlayStation over there, we got drinks. I was like, PlayStation. Mm-hmm. I looked, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I wish we didn't have because it has RCA cables. Oh. I wish there was a converter, I think, for HDMI to RCA, because then we could have put it on the big screen. That should be crazy.
Bro, my TV actually has little AV cables, bro. What? Yeah. That was one thing I made sure, just because, like, on the off chance because I'm into old video game systems as well, you know what I mean? Like old PlayStation 2 games and shit like that.
Yeah, I love them, man.
Yeah, this nostalgia out the ass, bro, honestly, dude.
Hell yeah, man. PS2 is like my favorite, bro.
That's your favorite system?
I think, yeah, because I grew up on it. I grew up on that. Like, I'll always have a love for PlayStation just because I grew up on Sony. Like I had a PlayStation 1, PS2.
I'm the same way, yeah. Honestly, as a kid, it was mostly Nintendo, and then as I got older, it was definitely Sony. And I never played Xbox. It's funny, there's a fucking Xbox control right there that I used to play like Fortnite and shit like on my computer. I've never owned an Xbox. My brother was like more into Xbox, and my friend Fern, my roommate who lives here, is also into Xbox, but I never got into it, to be honest with you. I remember being like, fuck, I don't like the control, but honestly using it is like very similar to like other controls. I was just like put off by like the design, but yeah, no, Sony definitely was like my jam. I'm kind of pissed off I haven't got a PlayStation 5 yet, bro, honestly, but shit pricey and have things to pay.
You can't even, I don't think you can find it.
Isn't that crazy, bro? You still can't, like, it's still like different. Like if you wanted to get one right now, let's say you like had some extra cash on you, it would still be like you couldn't just pull up to Walmart and get it. You feel me? Like you can pull up to GameStop and get
order it, and it's like the ordering is technically them creating one from scratch.
That's fucking insane, man.
That's crazy because they don't have any more. That's fucking crazy.
No, it definitely seems like, from what I heard, it's like a PC. Basically, it's like a fucking like a full on like.
It's a big console.
Yeah, it's big. I saw it at my boy's house. My boy has it, and I was like, that shit is big, bro. Also, the design with like the little wing shit. I was like, bro, he has it like laying on its side, and he has stood it up, and I was like, whoa, that shit is fucking big.
That one is big as shit, man.
Also, there's like new games coming out for it, like the new God of War and Spider-Man and shit. I'm just like, fuck, I want to play those so bad. I want to
play God of War, man.
Dude, I still haven't played the one before this one. The first one with this kid, the one that he like.
The one where he's the one with his son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still haven't played it, bro.
Man, I need to play that one. Like, I think there was a time when I didn't have a PS3, and I didn't have a PS4, or like. I just didn't have enough money to like purchase games.
No, I feel you on that.
Yeah, because this shit is expensive. This shit gets expensive,
and it just gets more expensive, bro. Like as an adult, you're kind of like, all right, I'm my own man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy my own games, my own system, and you're just kind of like, reality is kind of like, I
got about 3-4 games.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's fucking when I realized it, bro. Because as a kid, I had a shitload of GameCube games, shitload of N64 games. Shitload of PlayStation 2 games, and then like my PlayStation 3 games were like a little lower than the PlayStation 2, and my PS4 games are like way lower than that. I have like a stack of like maybe like 6 or 7 that I bought like throughout my whole time owning it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like, bruh, it's a big hit. $60, $75 you're talking about, like with taxes and shit.
Plus plus you might not even get the full game. You might only get like to a certain extent. You got to buy like $30 more.
That I don't like.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I will say is like, I do not want to play God of War. I get to a certain point, it says I can't even open the damn doors because I don't have the
that I really don't like. And I heard a podcast about they're talking about some other shit, but towards the end they ended up talking about like game consoles and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And homeboy was breaking it down to the other host, and he was just like, yeah, man, like when you put in a game, you have to wait like a good minute for it to could like install on your system. And the other dude's like an old school guy. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, I could just like after a hard day's work get a game, put it in and like play right away. He's like, nah, it has to install. And he's like, that's some bullshit. And he was talking about the DLC and the little microtransactions and shit, bro. And he was just like, what the this sounds horrible.
It's just too much shit. It's like you're paying, because I think somebody said that too. They were like, you're paying for a game that's not even finished.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
I kind of don't like about like the new games.
Star Wars was really the first one to kind of do that. Battlefront, I think.
They said the first one sucked, and they didn't, or they said one of them was trash, and they didn't like it.
I never really got into Star Wars. Like, it's funny because like I keep saying that every other week. I'm just like, man, Star Wars like like it's been around my childhood, but I've never like dove deep into the shit. Like I know the lore of like Anakin, and you know what I mean. I know the shit, but like. I don't know. I could never like. It's funny because I have fucking.
The Force.
I have fucking Star Wars like coasters that were gifts given to me, and I have like a cooking timer that's like a Death Star and shit like that. But the actual like series, I don't know. I could never really like get into it hardcore like that. But no, I heard the first Battlefront was the one that had like you said, like an unfinished game that you bought, and then like you still had to buy other shit to get like certain skins. Maps. I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
That shit sounds horrible, bro.
A little bit too much right there. Yeah.
It's just crazy, man. It's just even with Fortnite, like really, Fortnite's probably the only game. I've been playing like some Assassin's Creed as well, but that's probably the only game I really play like that. To be honest with you, or like after work, I'll come play a little bit and get off and shit. And even then, there's like a certain shit. Like they had a Dragon Ball Z collab, and I was like all over it, bro.
Oh
like,
yeah, you could play as Goku,
bro. As soon as that fucking came out, I hadn't even got paid yet, and I was like, you know what, buying it, buying the Goku and Beerus, buying Vegeta and Bulma, I'm buying it. Like you guys got me, you got my fucking money. Like I spent like $30 on it, bro. Like,
yep.
And it's technically a free game, but you end up wasting money. You feel me? It's like he says it's always developing, which is cool if they keep making it interesting. Like the Dragon Ball Z shit, I didn't see coming at all, to be honest with you. So I was like, I gotta jump on that.
I think the craziest one was the Dragon Ball Z one, but the craziest one to me was the Travis Scott concert. That was probably the best thing.
That was wild.
That was one of the best things that they did.
I wasn't even playing back then, bro. I wasn't even playing, but it was such a big meme. Him like doing the concert and shit.
It was so big that I was just like, bro, he really got with Fortnite and did. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
My homeboy has his skin. Every time he plays with his skin, I'm just like so jealous, bro. I'm like, fuck. I'm a huge Travis Scott fan. I'm like, God damn it, man. I wish I fucking knew him like back then. I wish I played the game back then. I could totally like get the skin, but
yeah, I wish I could just. Is there a way to like have that concert replay?
I don't know. It might be online, honestly. You might like be able to find it on like YouTube, like Travis Scott Fortnite.
Actually play it.
Like play it through?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
That's the only thing. Like I wish they could go back and what they could do is they could do like certain highlights of certain things, or they would have like highlights in certain times and be like, you know what, we're gonna have like Travis Scott this week, something like that, and he'll just like come out. That would be crazy.
Maybe when if whenever he drops Utopia, they might do that shit again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they might. I really hope that they don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't take the Astral stuff to heart and stuff like that.
Oh, no, I hope not either, man.
Yeah. That wasn't even his fault.
No, bro, I totally agree with you. I was more of like, because I've been to his shows. Like, I've been to like honestly, bro, he's probably the artist I've seen like the most. I've been to like 4 shows legit of Travis Scott. And my cousin gave me full warning for the first one, 2017. It's like, hey, man, it's going to get crowded. It's going to get, like, if you want to mosh, you could mosh. If you want to, like, rage, you could rage. If not, you could be to the side and film shit. And I'm like, okay. And I dove full force. I was like, let's go. I was moshing, raging, and shit like that. But, yeah, when that whole thing happened, it was, like, really sucky and really tragic and you know, for all the victims and shit like that. But them trying to paint him out to be this fucking like devil and all this shit, I'm like, bro, like what the fuck? Like he didn't tell them like, yo, make sure you stomp that dude out. Like the guy getting trampled, make sure you keep like trampling him.
Bro, I was there, bro.
Were you? Oh yeah, shit.
I was in the back. Because the thing was, I wanted to see it because and the second one, which was the best Astroworld in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the one I didn't go to the first one, but I went to the second one.
Yeah, I didn't go to the first one, but the second one was the best one that they said that was.
Oh man, I had a very good time.
Hell yeah.
I almost fucking, the only set that like got intense for me was the Playboy Cardi one.
That was the one that,
bro, I did not expect it to. I love Playboy Cardi, but I didn't expect it to be like that fucking, like I couldn't breathe, bro. Like I had to like put my hands on like some rando shoulders and like lift myself, like take a breather, like god damn, there's a lot of people here.
Yes.
And I lost my cousin in the crowd and shit. That was probably the most hectic set that like out of all this shit. But no, it was a fantastic time. I didn't go. The one that shit happened. It was gonna be 2 days. No.
Yeah, it was gonna be 2 days, and then Earth, Wind, and Fire was gonna come the next day.
Oh man, Bad Bunny was gonna be there. All this shit,
bro. It was gonna. So
that's looking back, that was fucking crazy, bro.
Chief Keef, that shit was gonna be insane.
Oh man.
Yeah, but it wasn't him. It was kind of like the second one was really good, but something happened where I had to leave. I had to go out, but I only had a general admission ticket, so I couldn't get back in.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah. So, but my homie had his apartment complex like legit right next to NRG
right
at the time. So I was fucking pissed because they wouldn't let me in. So I walked over to his crib and we were standing on the balcony just watching the shit I was like, man, this...
Damn, bro.
We just both of us was standing on the balcony just looking at that shit like, damn, bro, we can't get in.
That's so heartbreaking, man.
And it was the most fire one, and then we was like, fuck it, we gonna go to the third one. And then we went to the third one. He ended. I was like,
oh, that shit happened, bro. Oh, that shit happened. I was like, oh my god.
You couldn't even see him, bro.
Yeah, I mean, from the footage I saw, I was just like, there's no way he'd be able to be like, all right, some commotion's going on. Outside of that, like, what the fuck is he gonna do? Like,
you couldn't see him. Some of my homies was doing security, and I ain't gonna lie, I love my homies, man, but some of them was too lit. They didn't even know they were jamming the shit just like everybody else. Yeah. And then the other people, they were just like, bro, this is unprofessional. So they just left. So it was like a whole bunch of security people that just left.
Yeah, man.
And then that's when it started to get hectic because the kids were just like, everybody was like telling the kids like, stop jumping on this. Stuff like that, but you know, kids ain't gonna listen to shit. They just like, man,
especially younger kids, they don't give a fuck. To be honest with you,
yeah. And so they started jumping even harder on top of the ambulance. That's what it
was. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and so when like it was 8 kids that started jumping on that shit, it was like, yeah, there's no way.
There's no way, man. That's just chaos. That's just chaos. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, overall, it was still a great show. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Even though some things happened, I was like, it was still good.
Right.
I still rock with it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, man, people were just like going at him so hard, bro. I was like, dude, like, chill out, bro. Yeah, like, chill the fuck out, man.
Dude,
like,
man. He's just one dude, and he literally bought out Drake, and it's not even him. It's the crowd, and it's like the whole like department of people that was supposed to do their jobs. They didn't do it, so.
That's what I'm saying. There's also like a venue there. You get me? Like, it's also like a full on like a event. Yeah. So like to blame one dude just because he's like a high profile like celebrity, not cool, man.
Yeah.
Not cool. I thought that was bullshit. Yeah. Damn, bro, had the exact opposite for the second Astro World.
Yeah, it was fire.
Man, I had a really good time. My cousin, he's a cop, so he bought 2 tickets. No, he bought his ticket, and then but he was able to like just kind of sneak in because he knew people that were working security. So his homegirl let him in, and then he texts me like, "Yo, I got 2 tickets. Like, who trying to pull up to like me and my boy?" I think Fern was at work, so I was like, "Yo, I'll go. Fuck it, let's go." So he emailed me the ticket. I printed it out and totally showed up and had a fucking blast, bro.
Yeah.
I had a real blast. But like I said, I've always had like a history of really good shows when it comes to Travis. I first saw him in 2017. Then I saw him. When did I see him next? At a listening party after Astro World came out. It was at like Revention Center, which I think now is called like Bayou Music Center or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
That was a really nice one, bro. Free merch. You just wait in line, you get free merch, bro. Crazy. Crazy. But that was a really good time. And then after that would be the Astro World one, or the second one. And yeah, I mean, he's always delivered. Hell of a performer, hell of a showman, and just a great artist, man. I really love his music. Like, fuck, for him to be from Houston, I'm just like very proud to like claim him, to be honest with you, man.
To mention the people that he put on too, like Don Toliver.
Oh man, I love Don Toliver. His voice alone, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just love Don Toliver as well. So shit, even like a Pop Smoke, low key, like having him on like Jack Boys and stuff was like a big deal. So I definitely fuck with Travis. Damn, bro. Before we leave, I wanted to ask you about this new project you mentioned earlier coming out. Tell the people a little bit about it.
Man, so it's coming out 9/16, which is September 16th, which is Friday.
Yeah, I'll be sure to release this on Friday. Yeah. So if you're listening to this on Friday, you could definitely cop the album. I don't even know. I don't even know the details of it. Is it
It's gonna be on like all platforms.
Okay.
And it's gonna I'm gonna post it up on the Bandcamp too. Nice. So if y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, if you want to download it, you want to
support the homie.
Yep, support. I'm also gonna have some stuff coming out alongside of it too, and then this is not gonna be the first and last time. Don't worry, okay? Because there might be something else coming.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna say what, you know what I'm saying.
All right. I like the ominous of it. I like the secretness of it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I hope y'all enjoy. I've been working on this project, bro, for 8 years.
Holy shit.
Yes, like I remember when I first had the first title, because the title of it is All Is Well to All.
Okay.
Yeah. I first had the first title, like All Is Well, and then All Is Well to All, like 2013, 14.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's when I first started. But then I changed certain things around, just flipped certain things, and then I was like, it just took me a minute to get satisfied with it. It takes me a minute to get satisfied with a lot of music. Like I'll start music like years before, and I'll come back to it and I'll be like, okay, now I have something to, you know what I'm saying, to say to this or put to this, instead of like me trying to like rush it or do something right then and there, because I don't know, I just like to sit and marinate with certain things.
I'm the same way. Yeah. I feel weird.
It's like going fast.
Yeah, I don't like it, bro. When it comes to like working with like clients with the photography thing, like I feel so much pressure whenever they like pay me, and I'm just kind of like, oh fuck, you gotta do my Wednesday. Yeah, bro. Like I'm always kind of like I'm working on it the next day, like. But I definitely like have more fun with photos I just take, like when in terms of like the street photography or like shit like with you guys, where like there's not really like a rush. You get me? There's no deadline that I have to submit the photos. Yeah. But I had so much fun taking them that I like am able to be more creative with it. If I know that pressure's off my shoulders, and I could just kind of like, I don't have a time limit, I could take my time with it and be like a perfectionist with the editing and stuff.
Yeah, because I think that's kind of what makes some of the best artists is like, if you give them time and you give them space. I know it might take a long time, and a lot of people will be like, when are you putting out new music?
Right, yeah.
But it's like, if you give that person the time, like I think about, primary example is D'Angelo's last project. I think it's a Black Messiah.
Okay.
It took him 14 years. He came out from Voodoo. I think Voodoo was like, I think that was like, around the time of him, I think Brown Lady, and that was like 98, 2001.
So from there to...
And then 2014, Black Messiah comes out. But it's like one of the great, it's just as good. It's like he never left. And it takes some of that time. It takes that time. Like even the Tribe Called Quest album, the last one.
Oh my God, man.
It's like, it took time for that to be built and that to be created. So it's like, you know,
definitely. I mean, a more modern example would be, I mean, you could look at Kendrick, and Kendrick taking his time, his little breaks that he does in between albums, and really like, yeah, like, or even like a Frank Ocean. Although I hope Frank drops soon, because I'm a big fan of Frank Ocean. But
I don't think Frank needs to drop, man. Frank,
yeah, for sure. I mean, like you said, he'll drop when he's ready.
You see, pause. But have you seen that cock ring?
Huh?
He has a cock ring.
Oh shit! I did not know that, man.
It was $25,000.
Yeah, 25K cock ring.
Yes, it's got diamonds and shit in it. I was like,
damn.
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, you might have done something. I was like, you might have done something, man. That's insane.
That's a next level baller shit right there. But I've seen chains and I've seen earrings, but I've seen grills, but a cock ring.
I've never seen that. And I was just like, bro, people are actually buying. I was like, yeah, he don't have to put out music.
Nah,
People's paying $25,000 to $27,000 for a cock ring. He don't need to put out nothing.
That's a very expensive ring there, Mr. Frank.
Yep.
But artists like that, you get me, like in terms of like taking breaks. I'm always one to like never rush an artist. And it only kind of throws me off with like Griselda and Westside Gunn and all them drop so fucking much, like because they drop like not every other month, but like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? They drop very frequently, so with them it's very different. I'm just like kind of like, god damn, like another fucking project, Westside, like they're like 20 song like project, like that's crazy. Like,
man, they're going crazy with it, man.
I think people just work at like different paces, and to rush it, I'd be like if they decided like, you know what, we're all gonna take a break and we'll come back in like 2-3 years and kind of like regroup, I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. Like they put out like fucking a decade's worth of like albums in like the span of like 2-3 years, so I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. I never really have a problem like rushing an artist. I do like anticipate the fuck out of it. Like when Kendrick said he was dropping, oh my god, dude.
Oh yeah.
I was fucking counting down the days and being like, oh shit.
Kendrick was dropping because I was like, damn, I've just been like, how are you gonna top To Pimp a Butterfly? Like, how are you gonna top
That's
this?
the one.
Like, how are you gonna top Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, all these, like, how are you gonna? And that's one of the things I always look at for an artist. I'm just like, what is their perspective or their mindset for now? And even are they even thinking about topping the last one?
Yeah, exactly. Like, is that even in there? Or they're gonna go for a whole different? I mean, this the Mr. Morale was a whole different. That's a whole different shit. Whole different thing.
It was like, it was more like, to me, it was more like a closure of him saying, "Yeah, man, I've done everything. I've said everything." He's like, "I really don't have anything else to say." And I was like, you know,
perfect way to end his whole shit with TDE. Yeah, I mean, it was like perfect. Really, when you think about it, I was like, damn. I remember first listening to it and being like, this is like heavy. It was some heavy shit, and the more I've gone back to it, it's just been incredible, bro. It's really the last song, bro, Mirror. Oh my god, when he says fucking what's that line where he's like, sorry I didn't save the world, my friend. I was too busy putting mine again or some shit, putting back my life again. And I'm like, damn, bro. Like, what the fuck? It really puts everything in perspective. Like, sometimes I feel like people like put artists on such a pedestal when they're just regular people. You know what I'm saying? They're just people, you guys are just humans. You get me? Like, it's I don't know. It's weird when I see this shit, especially on like Twitter. I'm just like, bro, y'all are like obsessing over these celebrities like lives and drawing conclusions where it's like,
oh man, they even have whole pages for them now about like stink pieces about what they believe things are gonna happen or predictions. I'm just like, I watch him just to laugh because I'm just like,
it's a meme. You get me? Like, it's such a meme, like in terms of like internet culture and shit. Yeah,
I'm like, this man really dedicated his whole channel to like predicting things about this artist,
bro. It's fucking crazy. You know, when I first started noticing that was when he dropped Damn. When he dropped Damn, and then they were like, all right, bro, like the second Sunday of fucking March, like a whole new album is gonna come out.
Oh, like, yeah, the reverse Damn, or they were talking about like that because he did say he was gonna put another album out. But the way they made it seem like he was gonna put out like a 2-disc, 3-disc.
Yes. They were like next Friday or whenever. I think it was like around Easter. They were like Easter Sunday, whenever fucking God rose up from the dead or Jesus rose from the dead. Like
that's when he's
gonna drop a whole new album. And I was like, I don't think he means that. I don't think he means that at all. But people are just going crazy with the. I mean, it's funny, but it is kind of like it's just kind of concerning, bro. To be honest with you,
I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, it's funny because as a musician, when you first start, I think you hope to be there, but you don't know how much it takes, or you don't know how much it is because, like, imagine coming to a girl's house and she got cardboard cutouts of you.
That'd be scary. That's some scary shit, bro.
That would be scary.
She got like a voodoo doll of you and shit, man. Like,
hey, man. I mean, it's cool. It's all fun and games until you see it up close and you're like, oh,
stains on it and shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Like, I'm obsessed with this.
Lipstick stains on it and shit. It's kind of like, whoa. Nah, I mean, it's definitely. We mentioned it earlier with the. What the fuck were we talking about? I can't remember. We were talking about like either a boxer or someone that like had trouble. Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I mean, that level of celebrity is just insane to me.
It's crazy.
Like you said, even me as a content creator, I would hope to get like, you know, some kind of like clout, some notoriety, but that level of fame is very like daunting, bro. It's very daunting and shit like that. And it's honestly, you look at like Michael Jackson and shit when he had it when he was a kid, and you're like, fucking hell, like a fucking little kid, like dealing with that kind of shit, and just that's all he knew, bro. He didn't know anything else.
Nah, yeah, it was pretty much entertained. Like he was
a full on entertainer, bro. Like,
doing it, man.
I remember like seeing I don't know if it was in a documentary or what the fuck. They like would take him to stores and he'd be masked up just to shop amongst like regular people.
Oh yeah, he wear a whole nother face. Like,
yes. Fucking crazy, man. That's fucking crazy.
Or he like, I think sometime they said he hired a whole bunch of people to shop in a store to make him feel like he was.
Yeah. It'd be like actors, or not actors, but like people that he like other people that he put on just to like shop to make it seem like
he was doing something wrong. And I was like, that's crazy.
That's some crazy shit, bro.
That's insane.
You know, I asked somebody else that was on here. When it comes to old Michael Jackson, do you think he did it, man? Do you think he? Yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't. The thing is, a lot of that stuff to me started coming out after he bought the Beatles catalog. Once he bought the Beatles catalog, they start calling him names like Wacko Jacko, which is that's a British. Yeah. So the thing is, I think all that stuff started happening once he bought that catalog. Everybody was like, now they hate him now just because.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. Plus,
he had a video game. Remember, he was one of the first celebrities to really have his own video game where you could play as him.
That's fucking crazy. Nah, I remember that. Yeah. What system was that for? Was that
DS? Was it for something? It was for Atari. I don't remember. Some
shit like that. I remember seeing the cover of it though and being like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Yeah, like that's and so just
damn, bro. That's very interesting about the whole Beatles shit. I didn't think about that aspect of it. I knew that he fucking finessed the fuck out that shit and totally did a baller ass shit with fucking. I love the Beatles, but he did a baller ass move when he was like on set or something with Paul McCartney. It was like, how much would you sell the Beatles for? And he named a price, and then he's like, okay, and then the next day he totally just phoned up homeboy and bought the shit.
Oh yeah.
And then McCartney was so pissed off. I was like, you can't buy the Beatles, you can't buy them.
Pissed.
And he's like, you named your price, I doubled it. This is like, that's a lot of money, and totally just finessed it, bro. Mm-hmm. Fuck, I didn't think about that. Holy shit! So it could be like a smear campaign, you think, or it could be like a. Definitely, as a kid, I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like as a kid on the playground and shit like that, you always hear kids making Michael Jackson jokes, that, and stuff like that.
They even had the Scary Movie 3 thing that they made.
Oh my god, yeah. South Park was another one. You feel me? But as a grown adult, man, looking at the whole situation, documentaries, all the cases and stuff, there was just nothing there. I feel like there was no real concrete
Yeah, I think if anything with the whole situation, I just think Michael probably was because he wanted a childhood. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing. Yeah, I mean, really, we were talking about it earlier. Yeah, he was robbed of his childhood through his fame.
Yeah. So I just think he probably just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, spend time with the kids and have a little bit of just have a little fun as far as playful kid childhood fun, and I think it just turned into something where they were just why is this adult trying to have fun with us? He's a child, type situation. Yeah. That's probably what happened in the kids' mindset, and they were just okay, something else.
Also, the parents just willingly
yeah.
It's just yeah.
But I don't think he did any of that. I just really think he was just
he was a ladies' man, bro. There's some stories of him being quite the ladies' man. So I'm kind of
yeah, he had all the chicks, man.
Bro, you know what's funny? Earlier today, I was watching something on Twitter where he's in a limousine. And I think a girl flashes him or some shit like that, and he's like, "Oh my god, look at her titties!" He said. And then the interviewer lady's like, "Oh my god, they're bouncing like that." I'm just kind of yeah, man. I don't think he was the type of guy to do that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Also, his level of celebrity, I feel like that'd be very difficult to pull off. Yeah. Being a full on pedophile, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, especially at that age.
He's they always talk about the Mikes, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson, very well known. Anyone knows who the fuck they are. You can go to you could go to Mexico and they'll show them a picture and it's
Well, I will say there is only one exception though.
Oh shit.
You know.
The Epstein shit?
Huh?
the Jeffrey Epstein, or where are you going with it?
R. Kelly.
Oh,
that's probably the only exception to the famous person that was able to get away with all that stuff.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is true. Not children though. We're talking about those were they were teenagers. Yeah, those were teenagers, kids really, but nah. I feel
not children.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't think anyone could That's some real
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's some terrible shit right there. Shit. But man, that R. Kelly shit's fucking wild, bro.
Damn. Yeah, they said that man had 30,000 on his commentary. He took all that shit away.
Dude, I saw that earlier. Imagine being R. Kelly.
Yeah.
I mean, a hit maker, a hit machine, a fucking songwriting genius, really. But all that shit's just gone, bro. Now you're just in this fucking cell, eating fucking ramen or whatever the fuck they give you in there. It's really wild when you think about it. We're talking about falling off. Goddamn.
Man.
The interview he did before he went to jail, I ain't gonna lie, that shit kind of cracked me up, bro.
Oh yeah, that's something y'all
trying to kill me,
because they put the thing to him. But y'all killing me with this shit.
What killed me was like them doing his makeup. Like they're doing his makeup
at the same time. Like you get mad.
He's like, y'all trying to kill you. I was like, bro, what the fuck, Kelly?
What was the funniest one? They asked him the question. So do you like teenagers? He's like, when you talking teenagers, how old are we talking?
Yeah, he's like define. He's like define teenager.
I was like, bro, just stop talking. I was like, I would have just told him, I'd been like, hey, bro, y'all can see my publicist, and just walked out.
Yeah. I would have been like, don't ever ask me that. Yeah, cut that out. I would have made sure that never aired, bro.
Yeah, I would have been like, bro,
we talking teenage? How we talking? I was like, bro, Kelly, what the fuck, man? You're really fucking up. And you know what, bro? He was so fucking funny. Well, I don't even know if he meant to be that funny. He was funny in those the Trapped in the Closet. Bro, I watched those for I think not my birthday this year, but the other birthday last year. We were all like doing something at my house, and for whatever fucking reason, we had like 1 through like 25 just playing on like a loop and on the TV, and we all got like drawn to it. We were all watching it, and I hadn't seen that shit in years, bro. That shit fucking had me cracking the fuck up, bro.
That whole thing is hilarious, dog.
The whole story with the midget and the cop and shit. Like, what the fuck? Why would you like? What the fuck, man?
That was the one when he played the uncle, where he was like, shit, damn, shit. He was singing.
Like to just think of that, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I grabbed my Beretta. He's always mentioning like whipping out his strap. I'm like, what the fuck, Kelly? Who like? I don't know any creative person that would like come up with that kind of shit. A full on like GTA story of like this shit.
The whole album, man, was just he sang all them conversations. That shit was funny though.
Yeah, he's playing like different characters, but he's always doing this. He's singing every one person's like.
And he's like, and it's not only like singing. It's like he's like actually doing runs, vocal runs and shit.
Oh my god, fucking iTunes scared the shit out of me right now. Goddamn.
Oh.
That was very fucking. I thought I was like, Jesus Christ. Hopefully everything went good. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, bro. Well, fuck, we've been going on for a minute. We could kind of wrap things up now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post your information. Damn, do you have like a link tree? I'll probably post your IG and through there. Yeah.
The link tree is gonna come up actually when the project drops.
Okay.
That's when the link tree is gonna be up and running. I'm currently working on the website.
Okay.
Right now, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna right now. Well, whenever we're done, I'll probably edit the episode, just have it on file and shit. And then after that, that Friday, I will edit the bio to everything and put the link tree or whatever website it is, and so everyone could just watch it or listen to the episode, click on it, and then boom, right to the music.
For sure. Yeah.
I'm glad we synced it up like this, bro. This is like, oh man, I fucking love it.
It's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited, man. I'm just really happy.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I could tell, bro. I could tell that, like, this is I mean, you said 7 years. That shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Do you have now? Before we go, do you have any like audio from that time, or is it all like new audio, just with the ideas being from back in the day?
I have some. I actually still have the old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still keep up with a lot of it. Now some of it, I was able to save some of it, which is really good. But some of it, I'm not gonna lie, I was in a session, man. This is crazy.
Oh shit!
I've been in 2 sessions with this man, Maxo.
What?
Yeah, I was in a session with him, and I played like 2 beats, and my hard drive in the first session crashed and just dropped it, just broke. It like would not come on. It was fucked up. So I lost all that shit on that one. Like
God damn it! You think it got formatted or?
No, it just hit the ground and.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because the disc started skipping shit. So
damn.
Yeah. So I lost all that shit, but I was able to salvage some of it.
That's good, man.
And then I was in another session with him.
Oh shit!
And I had
Big Mac. So.
Yep, I had a 2010 Mac, and that whole shut off. The motherboard just fucked up.
God damn it, man!
Every time I'm in a session with it, every time this man is in a session, I'm about to play some beats. It's like I'm almost never prepared, man. It's just like some shit always happens. But one of these days we're gonna get it.
Hey, third time is a charm.
Yeah,
they say third time's a charm, so third time when it happens, I'm sure you're gonna deliver. But damn, that's heartbreaking, bro. I forgot who it was. think it was my boy Gilbert. Shout out to Gilbert. He had came to do the podcast, and I had go home from work like super late, and I was rushing to take a shower, and my fucking shower stopped working and shit. I had to take a shower in the guest one, and like he's like, "All right, bro, I'm on my way. I'm gonna come in like a little early." I'm like, "Fuck." So I'm setting this up. I'm trying to turn on my computer and my fucking. I never knew that my monitor has like a power button in the back. So I'm clicking on everything and it's just not working, bro. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, all right, bro, I just pulled up. I'm like, fuck. So I open the gate and I meet him downstairs and I come up and I'm just kind of like, bro. I was like, I know you drove a long, bro. He didn't have AC too. Like, so in his car and he drove like a minute. So I'm just kind of like, fuck. Like, I was like, I know you came a long way, bro, but help me figure this shit out that we could get it done. And he's like, oh, is it that button? Clicked on it and everything turned on. I'm like, you are a fucking godsend, because I would not in a million years would have thought to like this, bro. I was plugging it in the fucking in that over where you have your phone at. I was plugging it in this one, everything. I was trying to every different outlet, and I was like, nothing's working. What the fuck is going on right now, bro? I was so fucking panicky. Man,
technology, man, it can be a burden sometimes.
It can. It's a blessing and a curse, honestly, bro. Well, guys, that'll do it for this week's episode. I've been Cesar Perez with
Mufasa Enzor.
Until next time, peace.
Peace.
Fuck yeah, bro. Appreciate you. Hell yeah, dude. Stop the recording.